Also, man, I noticed like when you first came on, when you first started doing No Jumper, man. Shout out Joe Blast. I see you, my nigga.
Shout out to Joe Blast.
Respect.
Look, she counting every dollar.
That's what I'm talking about.
I noticed like when you first came on there, you was getting faded all the time.
Super faded.
I used to be like, how can this nigga do this? How can this nigga maintain? I used to be like, really like, damn, man.
That's how I used to operate.
You was going up again last night. You was going up again. And then
Living your life.
And then you shut that shit down, though.
Shut it down.
How many days a week do you do it?
No, I stopped.
He shut it down.
Now, I'm going to tell you what happened. So, for the last, I want to say, 10 years, me and my homies, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to OG Genesis. We would get fucked up.
Yeah.
Almost every night.
Yeah.
So you start building up that tolerance.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
1 or 2 shots used to get me. Then it started being 5 or 6. Then it's like, all right, for me to get a little buzz, I need 6 or 7 shots to start.
Right.
But once you get there, nigga, it's up.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
But I will say that I kept doing it, and I like doing it. But it took me to get off it to realize, nigga, I'm just running from my problems, man, mentally. You feel me?
Right, I feel you.
I ain't know how to handle just, you know what I'm saying, the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? You get into it with your baby mama or something like that, you drink. I don't give a fuck. Fuck what you talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got some money problems, man. Let me drink this. Let's go have fun. Let's do this. So you masking and you putting a Band-Aid on shit.
Right.
And then I shout out to my nigga Wiz. This nigga Wiz hit me one day, and like maybe like a week before this, I started driving that night. I started realizing my vision was blurry. I'm like, why my shit blurry all of a sudden? Like I was like, man, I'm like, maybe I don't know what the fuck going on. So I ain't think nothing of it. I'm like, man, it's cool, whatever. The nigga Wiz hits me. He like, man, I'm going through it right now. You feel me? He like, man, hey, just pop up. Let's go to the club or something. So we was like, all right, let's go to the day party. We went to the day party. And nigga, we drinking like crazy. Got bottles, you section, having fun.
Right.
Next day, he hit me. He like, hey, you need to go get tested for COVID. I got COVID. I was like, all right. So nigga, I went to go get a COVID test. And when I went to go get a COVID test, the fucking the nurse was checking my blood pressure. And she was like, this can't be right. I was like, what you mean this can't be right? I'm like, the fuck? She was looking at me crazy. I'm like, bitch, you in the doctor's office, she looking at you crazy, something wrong. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Nervous, like,
I'm nervous as a motherfucker.
Yeah,
she said, no, let me reset the system. That can't be right. Check my shit again. And then she brought the doctor in. The doctor was like, hey, you know you almost stroke level? I was like, stroke level? He was like, yeah, your blood pressure, my shit was like almost 190. He was like, your shit almost stroke level. I said, what are you talking about? He was like, have you been having vision changes? I was like, yeah. He was like, as soon as he said that shit spooked the nigga.
Vision changes.
Yeah, he said, did you have vision changes? He said, how much you drink? I said, I drink a lot. You feel me? I drink a lot. And he was like, you need to stop immediately.
Stop immediately.
And if you don't go next door and get this medicine, you need to go to the hospital right now. So I was like, what the fuck? Not even knowing. But it's a lot of niggas in our community that be having health problems, bro, but they be scared to go to the doctor.
Yeah, you know, niggas don't like.
And then they'll have a stroke, heart attack, and you like, what the fuck? He was so young. Like, that don't mean nothing. You got to check yourself out. If I didn't go get that COVID test, I didn't know. So then I started, nigga, they told me, they said, don't go cold turkey because you'll have alcohol withdrawals. I'm like, man, I ain't no alcoholic. I could do this shit. Because I used to be a social drinker.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Every time I go out, I'll drink.
Yeah.
When I'm at home, I don't drink. I don't sip nothing.
Right.
But every time I go out, but I'm going out 5 times a week, so you know what I'm saying? But then I found out, I'm like, damn, nigga, I am alcoholic. Because I went cold turkey, and I started having alcohol withdrawals.
Damn.
I'm shaking at night.
You ain't even know it was that bad.
Anxiety through the roof.
Damn, bro.
For like 2 months, I'm at my girl house, nigga, with the covers over my head. Like, I was fucked up for some months. Like,
not realizing
how bad my shit was. Can't sleep, nigga. Sign me at 2-3 days. You can't go to sleep.
Damn.
And you know what I'm saying? I'm afraid. I'm not afraid, but you feel me? Pride. I don't want to tell nobody that I'm going through it.
Right.
Making niggas thinking I'm weak or something like that.
Right.
So I'm suffering in silence and shit like that. 2-3 days, can't go to sleep, nigga. Trying to go to sleep. Trying to figure this shit out. And then I would literally go to No Jumper. Sometimes I'd go in the bathroom, put some water on my face. Because I'd be like, damn, I can't do this shit. just trying to get through this shit, you know what I'm saying? Not trying to fuck up the bag and shit.
Right.
And then I'll drive home and I'm counting down. I'm like, all right, it's gonna take me this amount of time to get home, but I gotta make it. So you know what I'm saying? So once you go through that, then I started, nigga, I had to learn how to drive again. You feel me? I had to learn all this shit over, so it made me appreciate life more.
I had to learn how to drive.
Yeah,
again.
because every time I got in the car, my fucking anxiety, like, I could be driving for 10 minutes, then my heart start beating fast. Boom, 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 boom. I go drive to the hospital. You feel me? They check me out. Oh, nothing wrong. Woo. I'm like, man, shit crazy. But as the anxiety is going up, nigga, it's elevating my blood pressure. So they telling me, you gotta calm down. You gotta calm down. And I just learned, bro, all that old trauma, all the old bullshit, losing homies and shit like that. We just, you know, as men in the hood, they tell us, nigga, hey, the homie get smoked, nigga. Oh man, it's gonna be good. You just get over that shit. You feel me? We move over. We go to funeral. We lose people. We go through this. And the whole time, people tell us to be tough. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
That ain't normal though.
That ain't normal though.
Right.
See, when these rich motherfuckers, they kids, you know what I'm saying? When they be, hey, go to therapy, do this, nigga. We growing up, they ain't tell us to do no therapy. We like, nigga, you weird. You go to therapy. You know, if I told a nigga, man, I'm having an anxiety problem, niggas be like, nigga, you weird. You feel what I'm saying? So,
Facts.
like, we hide that shit in, and we really got emotional, we got mental problems. You feel me? So, when all this shit is happening, I'm like, damn, I started, you know, doing certain apps and figuring shit out, and I had to start facing them demons, and you feel me? And a lot of shit that used to bother me, I had to face that shit, and once I got through that, I was like, you know what? I've been taking life for granted. I've been playing around with my shit. Like, I could be doing way more. I could be going way harder. I said, man, fuck the alcohol. Fuck going out. You feel me?
Right.
Let me put some time into my craft and build some shit up and really make this shit shake. Because for one, I got to be here for my kids. But for two, I got way more to give to this world than what I'm doing. I know I'm talented. Because even when it come on the music side, I can't be mad about, nigga, oh, you ain't that big yet. You wanna know why? Because I wasn't putting in enough work. I was bullshitting and I was sitting there masking it, and I could sit there and make excuses and shit. But nigga, it was all me.
Right.
And nigga, I started doing this community shit maybe next week, a year ago. And that shit changed my life. So just me rerouting what I'm doing and just focusing changed my life for the best forever. You feel me? Just 1 year.
Hey man, I noticed it. I noticed you go through this shit, man. I was tripping off of that. I was like, AD, hey man, he took control of his situation.
That's big. Let's give it up for that, man. Take control of the situation, though, man.
And I'm proud of you for
strong.
even expressing that, because on some real shit, people don't even express that. Some people need to hear that type of shit.
Real shit. Don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? And even when I told my homies, they like, nigga, you. Like, they was mad at me. They was like, bro, you supposed to tell us shit like that. I'm like, nah, because I wasn't coming around. Niggas was like, oh, man, that nigga changing up. He acting weird and all that. I'm just like, nigga, nah, nigga, like.
People gotta understand, people go through personal life, and then sometimes you gotta fight shit by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is not mentally there to just be on your side, because you could tell a nigga how you really feel, and at the end of the day, they won't even be there for you how you want them to. They'll just be like, oh, that's crazy.
Well, them ain't your real people then.
You feel me? And then, like,
you should be able to tell your peoples, like, hey, I'm going through this, and they got your back. If they don't, then you need a new circle. Everybody around me, you feel me? I feel like I can tell them something. They hey, we gonna figure this shit out no matter what.
Exactly.
I be seeing, I be noticing niggas in the section when shit be happening. I be seeing that in niggas. I be seeing how niggas trying to
keep it together.
Niggas trying to absorb. Niggas trying to absorb absolute pain and shit.
Niggas,
you know
that's why niggas be angry. They wake up, nigga, they be mad. They got that, you know what I'm saying? They got that hidden trauma. They going through shit.
And and honestly, that shit is true though. Like, you feel me? When people go through shit with some people wake up angry and mean all the time because they fighting shit theyself. So when motherfuckers be saying they fighting demons, like on some real mentally shit, you gotta believe them. A lot of niggas say they fighting demons because they broke, but shit, nigga.
It's a few that